Hey, this is Onesto, and today I'm showing you 4 of my favorite ways to use Noiseshaper from Cableguys. There's a whole lot that you can do with this plugin, so what I'm going to show you today is what I think are the most common and effective ways to use Noiseshaper. All right, let's start off with probably the most common way ever, which is to create texture with the envelope follow mode. This method is kind of like the default way to use Noiseshaper. You're pretty much going to have this noise layer follow your audio source dynamically. But let me show you some tips on how I get that noise to follow the audio just right. All right, so here's the loop that we're messing with. It's like a bass line going on, and I have this white noise going. It's not following the audio yet. To do that, you need to click this envelope. So now this noise is following that bass. But when we're hearing this, it sounds a little sloppy to me. So what I'm gonna do, we're gonna click this band and we're gonna drag it up to where it sounds just like tighter. Cool. Let's say a little more. Cool. So it sounds definitely tighter. It's like following that audio a little closer, which is great. But the next thing I want to do is eliminate some of the low end from that noise. So we have this filter here, which is really good to use. And we're going to take the noise of the eggs, frying eggs, right here. So now it sounds less like frying eggs and more just like a high, like a noise that's like sizzling, pun intended with those frying eggs there. All right, the next tip is this. You can upload your own noises to Noiseshaper. All you have to do is click this little hamburger sign here, click it, scroll up to Noiseshaper, show user noise folder, click that, and it'll be given a pop-up. And this pop-up is letting you know what kind of noise samples will work best in Noiseshaper. Click open folder. And after clicking that button, you'll get a window where you can upload a folder of all the noise samples that you have. So I just created a folder here, my noises, and then I just put in a bunch of noises here that I got from Splice. Great, then all you have to do is just click open the noise type, and you'll see on the right here, under user, my noises, and you can select whichever one you want here. So I'm gonna click tape hiss. There we go, it's here. And let's say your noise layer isn't super loud. You can click this little trim, click it and drag up, and you can go up an extra 12 dB, which is nice. And that'll just help you make sure that you can hear those noise samples that are a bit quieter than you'd like them to be. All right, that last tip was pretty quick, so let me try to squeeze in one quick one that I think is really, really helpful. I'm going over to my noises, old tape, and let's listen to this. All right, great. Drop it a little bit, it's a bit too loud. Okay, cool. I like that there, but there's something that I really don't like about what's happening. What's happening is that my noise sample is competing with my drum break quite a bit. So what I'm gonna do is click envelope and make sure duck is engaged. Cool, let's see what happened now. That sounded a lot better compared to this. Here we go. Before. So I love what duck is doing. There's pretty much like some side chain going on between the noise sample and the drum break. Whenever Noiseshaper detects that drum break, it's gonna duck that noise sample away. And as a result, you're gonna have something that sounds way more transparent. So you can hear the noise sample and you can hear the drum break all at the same time. And it's wonderful. Okay, if you're pretty impressed with Noiseshaper so far, I have a link down below to click and you can try out a demo there, or you can just buy it. I think it's an incredible tool, so please do so. Okay, now I want to show you some quick tips whenever I'm using percussion or any kind of sound with a really dominant transient. All these tips are really fast, so let's start with the first one, which is to layer up noise with snares. Layering noises with snares is not new, but Noiseshaper allows you to do it really quick. It allows you to give you like a lot of control. So here's this one-shot snare that I have. Great, so now we're gonna add some noise. So my volume on the noise layer was completely off pretty much. So now we have it on follow mode. Cool, so that's our noise sound following our snare. But it's a bit too quick. So what I like to do is just adjust some of these parameters here. You can mess with attack and hold, but what I think really matters is release. At a high release, that noise, you can really hear it and it just goes on forever, which is what we don't want. So instead, cool, something like that. So let's A/B it. Without noise, with it. Yeah, I think it really completes that snare. It kind of gives it that high-end excitement that it was missing. That was really quick and easy to do. All right, so the last quick tip I want to show you is using Noiseshaper for another really common music production technique. And that's adding in these quick noise sweeps right before a clap or a snare and a drum loop. So here's our drum loop here. All right, and you can already see here in Noiseshaper how the noise is gonna sweep up and then turn off really immediately. And we have it in envelope follow mode as well. So let's turn it on and hear how it sounds. So that's with it, without it. Yep. It just sounds more interesting and just a little bit more exciting. Yeah, so that's a really cool, quick way to layer that in there. Oh, hey, if you're enjoying this video, please let me know by liking it. By liking this video, it's just a really simple and easy way that you can help the channel out. Thanks. All right, to finish out this video, I want to show you my favorite thing to do with Noiseshaper, and that's combining it with all the other shaper modules that Cableguys makes. Okay, so one of my first favorite combinations is combining, let's see here, we got filter, drive, and noise. Let's turn all these off first. This is this cool loop that I found. Great. Let's start off with noise first. So this is not using envelope mode at all. Instead, we have the noise going from like loud to soft to loud to soft to loud. So we're kind of following that. With some white noise. Nice. And then we have drive once again. And then I think the thing that really takes it to another level is this filter module. Here's how it sounds. So the filter is like really moving a lot. And that might be a bit much for you. It's a bit much for me. So I'm going to take the mix from the filter, drop it a bit. Maybe drop the resonance a little. Cool. I just want to hear a little bit. The noise is a little bit too loud for me too. Let's drop that. Great. So here's bypass. And with it. Cool. And then I think on top of drums, it sounds really dope. Ooh. Okay, sure we can finesse that some more, but that is where we'll stop for now. And then the last thing I want to show you is combining Noiseshaper with Volume Shaper. Volume Shaper is going to be pumping quite a bit. Cool, let me just turn these off real quick before I engage them. Let's just like remind ourselves what the loop sounds like. Cool. Add the noise. Great, so we got some nice little high-end funness. And then here comes that pumping. Really fun and exciting. Put that over a drum loop. Maybe that pumping a bit too much. Drop the mix here. Boom. So yeah, I love combining all these shapers together. Once again, I kind of just stick with 2 or 3. Yeah, you can, sure, if you want to add in all the shapers, go for it. That's a lot. But if your brain can do it, awesome. Cool. So those are 4 of my favorite ways to use Noiseshaper. If you're enjoying what you're learning, please like and subscribe. It helps other music makers find this channel. Thanks for watching. See you later.